Can you guess what transaction the monkeys immediately engaged in after humans taught them to use money? In a laboratory at Yale New Haven Hospital, there were 7 capuchin monkeys. Capuchin monkeys are small and agile, and more importantly, they have a strong interest only in eating and mating. Among the 7 capuchin monkeys, there were 4 females and 3 males, each with an interesting name. One of which was named Felix, after a secret agent. All the monkeys lived in a large cage, with a small cage attached at one corner that could only accommodate one monkey at a time, called the experimental area. The experimental group specially made some 1-inch diameter coins, which served as the monkey currency. The first step of the experiment was to make the monkeys recognize the value of the currency. They placed the currency in the experimental area, and when the monkeys came in, they would pick up the currency and play with it. When they realized that the currency couldn't be eaten, they lost interest. At this point, the experimenters took the opportunity to show food. After several such instances, the monkeys realized that the currency in their hands could be exchanged for food. In the second step, the experimenters wanted to see how the monkeys would react to price changes. When the monkeys offered the currency to exchange for food, the experimenters sometimes gave them more food, and sometimes less. Surprisingly, all the monkeys were quite rational. When prices rose, they would use less or no currency, and when prices fell, they would spend more. This showed that economic principles are effective for animals as well. In the third step, the experimenters wanted to see if the monkeys exhibited any irrational behavior. They introduced 2 gambling mechanisms. One experimenter showed 1 jelly, then flipped a coin. Depending on the result, the monkey would either get 1 or 2 jellies. Another experimenter held 2 jellies and also flipped a coin. Depending on the result, the monkey would either get both, or lose 1. All the experimenters believed that the monkeys would definitely go to the person holding 2 jellies. However, the opposite happened. All the monkeys preferred to go to the experimenter who initially showed 1 jelly. The reason was simple. Although the average gain seemed the same, the side with 1 jelly offered an additional gain, while the side with 2 jellies risked a loss. This is called loss aversion. We care more about losses than gains, and it turns out that monkeys do too. Everything was going smoothly until an unexpected event completely shattered the expectations of all the experimenters. Since this event was not part of the plan, it was not included in the formal paper. One day, the monkey named Felix suddenly entered the small cage in the experimental area, and threw a dozen coins into the large cage before quickly fleeing. This was the first bank robbery in the monkey world. The researchers entered the large cage to retrieve the coins, but now the monkeys understood that these were valuable. The researchers had no choice but to exchange the coins for food. But then, something unbelievable happened. A male monkey did not give the coins to the researchers for food. Instead, he approached a female monkey and gave her the money. Was this love? However, the male monkey then caressed the female monkey, and a few seconds later, they mated. It turned out that this was not love, but the first sexual transaction in monkey history. To prove that she understood the value of the currency, the female monkey used the money she received to buy some grapes from the researchers right after the act.